Well, what do we have here? Hello everyone, ShadowRock here with some fresh and juicy new X Challenge details for you all today. Before we begin though, a big mega thanks to Mega Salmons on Discord who brought this screenshot to my attention. I also encourage you guys to check out my last two analysis videos on the X Challenge mode, as I will be referring back to my findings there as we go forward. I'll leave a link to both in the description below. On the Japanese website for Rockman X Anniversary Collection, there is a section about the X Challenge mode. Within that section, there is a never before seen screenshot of the stage select screen, as well as a selection of special weapons. Let's focus on the weapons first. As we already know, we will be able to take 3 special weapons into each double boss fight. And of course, X, who is depicted in his normal armor here, will still have his trusty X Buster. As for the special weapons themselves, these are a large assortment of them from across Mega Man X1 through Mega Man X6. Thankfully, Mega Salmons did the detective work already on what exactly these weapons are. So from top to bottom, these special weapons are Strike Chain from X2, Ground Hunter from X4, Spin Wheel from X2, Twin Slasher from X4, Guard Shell from X6, Fire Wave from X1, Sonic Slicer from X2, Spike Ball from X5, and lastly Rising Fire from X4. So that's pretty cool that we have access to the weapons from the Super Nintendo X titles, despite the fact that the screenshots we've seen have X in this 32-bit form. Now I really want to see how these retro weapons look in 32-bit if at all. But alas, we'll have to wait for now. Also, going back to the art of Normal Armor X here, this is actually his key art from Mega Man X7. Now the presence of Normal Armor X here is interesting because in the gameplay screenshot we have so far, we have this oddly colored Ultimate Armor X. So this could mean we'll be able to choose at least between no armor and this Ultimate Armor, but sadly there's nothing in this screenshot to confirm that. If an armor selection option does exist, it's probably on another sub-menu not displayed here. By the way, speaking of the blue and white Ultimate Armor, Mega Salmons has a theory of his own about that. He notes that this Ultimate Armor color scheme closely resembles that of the Hermes armor from Mega Man X8. He theorizes that this blue and white Ultimate Armor then could be meant to represent the Hermes armor in the 32-bit style. Capcom just recolored the Ultimate Armor instead of creating an all-new sprite. He further goes on to speculate that we could possibly see all the weapons and armors from the X games represented here, especially if that is indeed the Hermes armor we're seeing. Otherwise, X1 through X6 remains more than a safe bet. Now let's take a gander at the rest of the stage select menu here, starting with some general observations. There are 3 stages we can see here from 1-1 to 1-3. At the top is a row of what I will call worlds for now, which you can toggle with the left and right shoulder buttons. Although, only the first world is unlocked right now, which means you'll have to do some maverick hunting to unlock the rest of the worlds. Anyway, there are spaces here for 9 worlds in total. So if we were to assume each world has at least 3 stages within them, that gives us a bare minimum of 27 stages here in X Challenge mode. I'm gonna hope that there are more than 3 per world though, so there should hopefully be a healthy amount of stages to tackle here. There is a counter at the top right to see how many stages you have completed. In this case, the player hasn't done anything yet. And you call yourself a Maverick Hunter? Now let's address the elephants in the room. Sorry Flame Mammoth, not you. Here are the bosses you'll be up against for the first 3 levels. 1-1 has you chill out with Chill Penguin from X1 and Frost Walrus from X4. You have 2 lives in which to hunt these Mavericks. This stage is also on normal mode, which we've already established that there will be 3 difficulty modes in X Challenge. The Japanese description on the right talks about the bosses themselves, and tells you that you should use a fire weapon to melt the ice. Also, whoever wrote this apparently loves X. Aww, I love X too. 1-2 takes you under the sea to face off with Wheeled Gator and Bubble Crab, both from X2. 1-3 is going to get grisly as we have a showdown with the Claw users Slash Beast from X4 and Grizzly Slash from X5. So the first observation we can make here is obviously we're not going to be able to choose which bosses we can fight freely unless that is a mode that you unlock later, since these are all preset stages. But wait a minute, Grizzly Slash from X5? Alright, let's connect the dots here. In this screenshot alone, we have weapons from X1 through X6, and now we're pairing X4 and X5 Mavericks together. Keep in mind the X5 and X6 games themselves are over on X Legacy Collection too. So then, if all the content from X1 through X6 is included here, what's the deal with Volume 1? It was the existence of these separate volumes that originally made me deduce that Volume 1 would have X1 through X4, whereas Volume 2 could have the rest. But this screenshot seems to completely obliterate that theory, or does it? Because there's one idea that could explain this screenshot away. Volume 1 and Volume 2 could indeed contain their specific game's content, but perhaps if you bought both of the two collections and save data for both is detected, then the X Challenge mode will reveal its complete form, allowing you to use weapons from all of the games and making stages like Slash Beast and Grizzly Slash possible. That would explain why both collections are launching on the same day and Capcom is bundling them together for the physical editions at least. But that's just a theory. Alright, let's get out of here before I make a game theory joke. What do you think of all we learned today? Is that blue and white ultimate armor really X8's Hermes armor? What could the X Challenge Volume 1 thing really mean? Is combining the two volumes a real possibility? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and for more on Mega Man X, including the X Challenge mode, as well as all things Mega Man and Mega-esque, stay tuned to ShadowRockZX. Until next time, rock on!